Life is often a tapestry of intricate waiting seasons. We find ourselves in the midst of anticipation, longing for dreams to come true, prayers to be answered, and promises to be fulfilled. It can be frustrating and discouraging to endure these periods of delay. But what if there is a deeper purpose behind them? What if God has a divine plan in motion, shaping our character and preparing us for a greater purpose? Join us on a captivating journey as we explore the reasons why God makes us wait. Just as a skilled potter molds clay into a vessel of beauty and purpose, God shapes us through the waiting process. In Jeremiah 18 verse 6, God says, "O house of Israel, can I not do with you as this potter does?" Our waiting seasons are opportunities for God to refine our character, chiseling away impurities and strengthening our faith. As His hands shape us, we are transformed into vessels fit for His purpose. Consider the story of Moses, who spent 40 years in the wilderness before being called to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Through those years of waiting, God molded him into a humble and patient leader, equipping him for the monumental task ahead. Just as a gardener prunes and tends to a vineyard, God uses waiting seasons to nurture our spiritual growth. In John 15 verse 2, Jesus says, "He cuts off every branch in me that bears no fruit, while every branch that does bear fruit, He prunes so that it will be even more fruitful." Waiting can be a time of refining, removing what hinders our relationship with God and allowing room for growth. Let's explore the story of David, who spent years as a shepherd before ascending to the throne of Israel. Throughout his waiting season, God worked in David's life, cultivating his trust, strengthening his faith, and equipping him to lead the nation in alignment with God's heart. Just as an architect meticulously plans and executes strokes on a blueprint, God orchestrates the perfect timing for His purpose in our lives. Ecclesiastes 3 verse 11 reminds us that He has made everything beautiful in its time. God's timing is perfect, and He knows when each piece of the puzzle needs to fall into place. While we may feel impatient and uncertain during our waiting seasons, we can trust that God is working behind the scenes, aligning circumstances and preparing us for His purpose. Let's examine the story of Abraham and Sarah, who patiently waited for many years to witness the fulfillment of God's promise to give them a son. Despite their old age and the seeming impossibility of the situation, God intervened and Isaac was born. This miraculous event showcased God's unwavering faithfulness and His sovereignty over timing, revealing His ability to bring about His plans in His own perfect time. Just as a sower patiently waits for the seed to sprout and grow, God uses waiting seasons to cultivate faith and patience within us. In Galatians 6 verse 9, we are encouraged, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up." Waiting requires us to trust in God's faithfulness, even when the outcome is uncertain. In the tapestry of our lives, waiting seasons are not wasted moments. They are purposeful and necessary for our spiritual growth, character development, and alignment with God's perfect plan. Just as the potter shapes the clay, the gardener tends to the vine, the architect follows the blueprint, and the sower waits for the seed to grow, God works in us during our waiting seasons. Though we may not always understand the reasons behind the delays, we can trust that God's timing is perfect and His ways are higher than ours. Let us embrace the waiting seasons as opportunities for transformation, relying on God's promises and leaning on His wisdom. As we trust in the Lord and patiently wait upon Him, we can be assured that He will bring about His purposes in our lives. May our faith be strengthened, our character refined, and our hearts aligned with His divine plan. Thank you for watching our video. If our video has ignited inspiration within you and contributed to your spiritual enrichment, we invite you to subscribe to our channel.